This episode is sponsored by Malibu. Hey Huns, here on the Hundamental Guide to Life, we're letting the fun shine this winter with Malibu. For this week's episode, I'm sipping on a delicious passion fruit daiquiri, just one of the gorgy cocky teas that can be made with Malibu. Why not join me in a drink as you listen to this week's episode by checking out the super easy recipes on Malibu's Instagram page at Malibu Rum UK. Come on Huns, let the fun shine this winter with Malibu. Over 18s only.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, welcome to the Hundamental Guide to Life. And boy, do I have a King Hun with me today. He models, he sings, he's a multi-talented presenter, he cooks, he does steps routines, he can do it all, Huns, and he's partial to a very minuscule appearance at a Hun brunch. It's only absolutely flipping Gorgina Dallin Rylan. Welcome to the Hundamental Guide to Life.
Gee, this is like an honour. I mean, I've been very lucky to do some things in my time, but this is a bucket list.
This is peak Hun. This is peak Hun. Well, this is brilliant. Now, I've got to say a full disclosure to everyone. I've sounded a bit croaky because I got off a flight at about 6 o'clock this morning. But when Rylan says he could record at 11, you record at 11. Just been on a 2-week all-inclusive. And it's been amazing, but less about that. And you know what it's like when you're on a holiday and you're around the pool and you really get, 2 weeks, you can really get into it, can't you?
Love
the community
life,
of the hotel. Well, I think I've just come back from hosting the Dominican Republic's Rylan fan club convention because before I said I knew about this, they're like, oh, do you like Rylan? Do you like Rylan? And I kind of knew that this was happening. But yeah, I mean, they love you. The old dears love you.
Oh, the old girls love me. Like me and the bingo, early bird special, lovely. That's a bit of me.
Brilliant. And then when it got confirmed, like on the last couple of days, like when you were I was like, I think I'm interviewing like Rylan when I get back. And they're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. So I've got to start by saying that Maxine, Alan, and of course, all the rest of the people around the pool wanted to say a big hello to you.
I'll say hello to all of the pool girls and boys.
Yeah.
Didn't realise I was speaking the Dominican, but I'll take it.
You are, yeah. But if it all goes tits up here.
Off to the Dominican I go.
Yeah, exactly. Angela and John as well said hello. Welcome to the Hundamental Guide to Life. This is the last episode of the series, so I think we finished on a big one. You strike me as somebody who embodies Hun. Would you consider yourself a Hun?
I mean, I look at the Huns that are on your site and, I look up to them. I don't know if I'm on that level, but yeah, I think there's a certain part of me that's a little bit very Hun. And then a certain part of me that's actually a little bit lad, but we don't talk about that part.
No. We'll leave that for Lad Bible podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll talk to them later. They're at 12.
So what does the Hun side of your personality, what does that mean for you? So what are the things that you tap into for a little bit Hun?
I mean, I would like to think that I get up in the morning and, I get the older telly on and I see what's going on. And I think that I embody you more than just being a Hun, Gareth, because
really?
There are things that I'm watching, and like for argument's sake, like lately I've been watching Lorraine because I'm not busy. This is what people do, and I was having to watch Lorraine. I was watching Joss Stone cooking, and I was like, this is a moment. And the first person I thought of was you. Yeah. And I thought, if he's not across this, I mean, you've been away from the Dominican, I'll get over that. But if he's not across this, Joss Stone singing while she's making a raspberry cupcake, then what's life? What is life?
I'd like to apologise, actually, because the last couple of weeks I've tried to just...
no, you let yourself down.
I did. I feel bad. Well, now I know that there's somebody else who's willing to take over the mantle. I'll go on my 2 weeks holiday, and I tell you what, when you need a couple of weeks off Strictly or the radio show,
Fine.
Get me in, and we'll just do this.
When
job
you're
swap.
off, give me the login. When I'm off, you can go Strictly. Sorted.
Like flexi time, yeah.
Fine. I'm fine with it. Little time chair.
Brilliant, excellent. Well, that's my career sorted. Lovely. What we always do with our guests on the Hundamental Guide to Life to kick off is we start off by kind of testing the waters to see how Hun you are with some scenarios. Now, there's no right or wrong answer, so don't feel that you're on test here.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so let's go back to when you were on the X Factor. I know that was like a lifetime ago, but it seems like yesterday. Now, you had some iconic looks on the X Factor, absolute Hun heaven, but... Did you ever own a pair of parachute trousers? Now, you know the ones I mean, of Fame Academy trousers.
Yes, I do. I think they were called, weren't they jungle trousers?
Were they?
Were they jungle trousers? One with the tassels as well.
Yeah, dead baggy and the catch
Dead
the wind.
baggy, yeah, proper that. So, like, I think it was 2004, 2005, 2006. There was a shop in Camden called Jungle, and if you went pineapple, Ultimate Hun, which I did every Sunday. Big shout out to Maggie Patterson, Mag Pats, loved it. If you didn't have a pair of jungle trousers, Louis Spence weren't letting you in. Put it that way.
It's so funny. Like Facebook memories just come up, and it throws up stuff from the past, and you're like, oh my God, did I really type that? A couple of days, my friend Lucy, we were holding auditions at Pineapple like 15 years ago for one of my last jobs, and she said, "You can wear all the pineapple you want, darling, but it's not going to make you Louis Spence." And that came up. It's like, why did I put that on? Why did I put that on my Facebook status? But it came up the other day. I was like, oh my God, delete.
I used to love it every Sunday. So I was part of the school there with some of my mates, and every single Sunday, like, we'd be outside on the steps smoking, and he'd come out lisping away, having a go at us. "You're making the street look disgusting. Get away, get off the steps, go up the road." And we'd be like, "Fuck off, Louis."
You man like a whippet. I love it. I love it. You've worked on a lot of reality TV. You must be an expert. But whole thing about this Hun culture thing is these just like random quotes. Is there anything from like any of the reality TV, not necessarily what you've been in, or like anything that you've watched that you like just quote and you can like just pull into daily life?
I mean, "Are you on drugs?" is something that I used quite a lot, which was Jane from Big Brother when she was in the diary room. I use that a lot. Whenever I can't find any cigarettes, I always pull a Nadia and go, "Big Brother, where's my cigarette? Not funny now, Jason, you bully." So that one does come out quite a lot. And weirdly, was it Shauna from Love Island when she went, "Congrats, Hun"?
That's Hun.
Whenever I say congrats, I always follow it with Hun, and I think I don't even hardly watch Love Island. What's going on?
We had Shauna on one of the earlier episodes, and she is total Hun.
Yeah, full on Hun. You can tell.
Do you know what? Around the pool, the one thing that kept creeping into like my conversations is I've really started to embody, Iris from This Morning, who's
God bless her. Met her.
Oh my God.
Literally. Had a little appearance on Lorraine. Thought, I'll walk through the This Morning corridor, say hello to the fans, not been there for a few years. And as I'm strolling through, said hello to everyone. That was really nice. And I'm walking up the stairs to pop outside. I'm like, oh my God, Iris, how are you? She's like, hello, you're right. This is amazing. And all I could just think about was them two sleeping with each other, which was really lovely for them.
I felt like I was riding a horse. I couldn't walk the next day. Saddle sore wasn't in it. I'd be lying, but like I took 3 books on holiday and I didn't read it. I spent the whole time bloody quoting Iris from This Morning.
Fine, but did the Dominican like it?
They love it.
Then fine. You did the right thing.
Iris has got a tour booked in now over there.
Send her over with Brendan Shearing on Coach Trip. We'll have a lovely time.
Exactly.
That's what you need to get on here, Brendan. He's a Hun.
I was putting together a list, actually, of people who we want. I definitely want Ruth on, but I'm too scared to ask Ruth.
I'll ask her for you. She'll do it, 100%. In fact, I'll say yes for her now.
Right, Ruth's in. Okay, I love Ruth. I'm just so intimidated by Ruth because I love her so much.
No, she's
like
a love. She's the best.
I know.
Loves a QVC jacket.
She does. And she loves a nice bit of leopard print on a trainer. Which
loves a bit of leopard print. Gets the ironing board out to wrap a present. What more do you need?
Exactly. And Samantha Mumber as well, I want on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Mums.
Icon.
Brilliant. You've been blonde a few times. Have you ever used sun-in or hun-in? Do you remember the sun-in spray?
So when I was at school, I was a ginger child, no secret. And I used to think that if I used to actually take bits of my hair and spray sun-in just on bits of my hair to try and give myself highlights. Yeah. Never fucking worked, did it? Let's be honest. Never, ever going to work. What even was sun-in? I don't even think there was bleach in it.
No. I think it was like lemon juice based.
Well, just get a lemon then. They were having us over. I was only 14.
I think the problem is when you put lemon in your hair like that, I'm sure there's going to be some insects that are going to be floating around you.
But don't do nothing for the ginge. Like, if you can use sun-in if you're literally Swedish and blonde, it might do something. But it didn't do nothing for me.
Do you know what? Do you remember when everybody had those Schwarzkopf Live colours, which were basically when there was like the little bit of
the sachets.
Yeah, the little sachets.
That wash in.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a moment.
That's peak Hun.
That was peak Hun.
Whilst I was away, I was scrolling through news sites and whatnot, and you've been on a bit of a on a fitness journey, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, who am I? What's
Where did this
happened?
come from? You look amazing, by the way. Congrats, hun.
Thank you, hun. Yeah, no, do you know what? I had a bit of a dodgy year last year, and I took a little bit of time out. And then the next thing I knew, I was like 9 stone, and I was like, "Oh shit, this ain't good. I'm 6'4". So yeah, I was just like, I've got a gym and all of this, and I thought I've only ever been in there once for a Lucasade, so I might as well start using it. So I just got a trainer and was like, "Can you make me look a bit buff?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Cheers," and yeah, I've got muscles now.
Well, yeah, no, looking good. And obviously you've had the Hun photo shoot to commemorate the work done. That's amazing.
Obviously, because I've lost it all since Christmas. So yeah.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about that is, did you ever do any of the old back in the day workout videos? I'm talking in your Nat Casses, your Bev Cabs.
Your J Goody workout. Let's get dancing, let's get fit. I remember that's exactly how it started. It was her, hand on hip, God rest her soul. Let's get dancing, let's get fit. And I remember, I think I got bought it for one of my birthdays, and I put it on, and it was her and other Hun. I'm sure it was Kevin Adams.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
what a day out. Them two.
We used to do when I used to work at Pontins in the summer back in the day. We used to do Pump It Up 2. So do you remember when they had the Call on Me video?
Yeah.
Ministry of Sound released the first one. Well, the first one was really difficult. It was because they were doing the full choreo from the video. And I was like, nah. But then they did Pump It Up 2, Summer Body Week Beach Workout. And that was quite good as well. So
I might give that one a go.
Yeah, it is. It's got all the old tunes on. I'm pretty sure that it's on YouTube as well.
They were the best era of songs as well, in my opinion. Like
they were
early 2000s dance music. Don't get me wrong, I love my 90s and stuff like that. But early 2000s dance music was like the coming of age for me.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, go on, bring me your herds and fits. I just can't get enough. Do you know what I mean? Kimberly featuring solo music Fade. Bring it.
A bit of Lasgo.
Oh, I don't want to say I'm sorry. Tunes. Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring it.
And do you know what I love about it is that you bring this music back now, and it just takes you back to like that time where we're doing Nat Cass's workout video.
God bless her.
Yeah.
But that's why I love working at Radio 2. Like, I call it 1.5 because I'm clearly not old enough. But that's what I do. Like, the other day on Radio 2, I threw in Sarah Watmore, When I Lost You. Do you remember that track?
When I lost you,
I lost everything, but I still... That was a tune. And everyone was like, oh, this is a tune. And I was like, if you don't know this, just turn over.
Do you know what I love as well? I'm obsessed with Anaya Day, Nasty Girl at the moment.
Didn't they? Me when on the nasty world.
Whenever I go to sing those songs from that thing, I turn into like Barry Gibb. I'm like,
it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I look like Barry Gibb, but
I look like Barry Gibb's bowling ball.
Oh, bless.
Yeah, I'd say from all of that, I would say you're pretty up there with the hunning. What we're doing as part of the Hundamental Guide to Life as well is we're pulling together all of these random moments, because you like hun culture and this whole hun thing is just so random. And we're putting together a timeline to kind of like chart when the hunning sort of peaks and what the peaks and troughs are over the years. What is the peak time?
Okay.
A bit of a time capsule. So we wanted to ask you, what would you like to put on the Hun timeline as like a real moment in the development of Hun culture? So to get you thinking,
go on.
It could be Vicky B's fake lip ring.
Stun.
It could be Nicole Scherzinger, your mate, nicking the microphone off Jermaine.
Jermaine, bless him.
Jermaine.
Yeah. What a night that was.
Christina's dirty streaks, chaps and extensions. It could be anything.
Do you know what I'm going to say it is? I don't know why it's just come to me, but I'm just going to take it. Jerry performing at GAY, singing Ride It, dressed as a Grecian goddess on a rotating turntable. I say singing, she was miming, that's why we love her. But, and just the crowd full of cans of Red Stripe.
Brilliant. And Jeremy Joseph and Jacob the dog.
Jeremy Joseph and the dog just on the side turning it. This is why we came.
Turning the turntable.
I'm sorry, but that is Hun. That is Hun to me. That is Hun to me. But yeah, and also there was once when Jerry was on. I say this because Jerry is a friend of mine, so I can get away with it. But there was once when Jerry was on. On the one show, and Malala was on there. You know Malala.
Yeah, like Malala, the Nobel Prize winner.
And I can't remember her exact words, but I just remember watching it. I was probably drunk. And I just remember Jerry basically saying to like her children, or it might have been Bluebell or someone, just saying like, she died for you. And it was like, but she didn't die, she's there. And that's why I love Jerry. That's why I love. She was like, remember, she died for you. And it's like, no, Jerry, we love you. We love you.
Was this on camera? Or
I think it was. I don't know if I was there or whether I've even made it up now in my head, but I'm sure this happened. Yeah. And I just think that is peak Jerry. And that's why I love her, because Jerry don't care. Like 1 minute she'll be in the Union Jack dress. The next minute she is dressed like Queen Victoria. Like she don't care. And that's why I love her. I went over her house the other week and we were just like having a little walk about with the llamas, just enjoying it. And I just think like, you jumped out of a pair of legs at the Brits. Where are you? Come on, get out.
There's two questions on the Jerry thing I want to ask, because I did see you spent like Christmas there, which I just think this, for like somebody who is obviously a massive, it must blow your mind sometimes that you're at a Spice Girls house for Christmas.
Do you know what? It is crazy, but it's quite normal. Like me and Jerry have known each other for a good few years now. Weirdly, when I was on X Factor, I did a Spice Girl routine, and Jerry actually came and gave me a one-on-one. So that was the first time we met, and we've sort of stayed in contact since. We've hosted This Morning together and stuff like that. So it's actually quite normal. But yeah, I suppose the little ginger kid in me has a little pinch me moment and thinks, "You're around Jerry's house, babes."
Does Jerry get it? Does Jerry get Hun, do you reckon?
I think Jerry definitely gets Hun.
Yeah.
She might need explaining sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you might need to pull her aside and go, that's charity shop, Sue. Like, do you know what I mean? And explain to her what's going on. But Jerry's into it. She gets it. She's not silly. She's not
Brilliant.
silly. She might be walking around the F1 in Monaco in a white dress, but at the same time, she's not stupid. Congrats, Hun.
Congrats, Hun. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so here for it. One thing that I've noticed as well on your socials recently, and something that I am like all for, is the return of Big Brother.
Oh, yes, please. Come on. Who have I got to sleep with? What else have I got to do? Do you know what I mean?
Who have you got to sleep with? Davina? Has she got any say in this? Has she got any
say?
say?
Slept with her. Like, it didn't work.
There's the exclusive.
Tenor, that will make a headline. I'm just putting it out there now. That's how they work.
Rylan's getting fit with Davina.
Think of the DVD.
Rylan and Davina. What would it call? What would it be called?
Rylan and Davina's big workout.
What have we got to do? So do you have any swing in this? Where is it? Like, who owns Big Brother? Where is it? Who do we need to speak to?
Okay, so I might as well just share as much information as I can, because I've tried. So obviously we did the sort of best shows ever a couple of years back during lockdown, and that went amazing. It got everyone talking again, and that was amazing. So Endemol, which I think is now called Banijay, they own the rights to Big Brother. Obviously, it's not on Channel 5 no more. We've been off air nearly 4 years this year. And that just frightens me so much, because it was such a reset, Big Brother. Like, as much as, you got your Love Islands and I think we had The Circle as well and stuff like that. They're all great shows. But to me, Big Brother is like the OG. It's the original. And yes, you get idiots out there that are like, oh, it's had its day. Well, then fucking turn over then, mate. Like, go and watch something else, like Country Files on one. Like, do what you want. But for me, I mean, obviously, Big Brother changed my life. I worked on it for so long and I lived and breathed it. But there was just something about Big Brother that there was no interfering. There was no producer saying, let's retake this, let's do this again. From the insider's point of view, that never happens. And Celebrity Big Brother, my best thing about Celebrity Big Brother was every single launch night, without fail, you would get the Big Brother super fans that would sit there and go, oh, has-beens, don't even know this one. Blah, 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 blah. A week later, they're literally touching themselves over what is going on in the house. And literally, I mean, we've had so many iconic moments, and I'm only just talking about just from my era, let alone the Channel 4 years. But we've had the David's Dead. There's been so many things. Kim Woodburn in there. Everything has just been brilliant. And there has not been a series of Celebrity Big Brother without one, at least, and that's a very low number. There's always a lot more, but one iconic moment that will live on forever.
There is out there that perceived best series of celeb Big Brother, isn't
Yeah.
it? And it's the one, and we
Yeah.
all know what we're talking about.
We know.
Let's not go. Yeah, we know.
As a host, I have no favourite.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Well, what was it? 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
It's like it dictates so much of our time all these years.
Literally, and especially doing 2 series a year as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing because, and that's, I think now is when I really miss Big Brother, is this time of the year, because January to me was always Celebrity Big Brother. You'd get over Christmas and New Year, and it'd be that first week of January that's a bit crappy and a bit lull, and you think, oh, what now? Like everything's just slowly starting up again. But normally the 3rd, 4th, 5th of January, we come back and go, it's time for Celebrity Big Brother, and all of a sudden you've got all these crazies in a house, and we're dressing White D up from Benefit Street as a princess. Like, it's what you need. This is the content we came for. What is going on? Stop fucking around and put it back on.
When this episode goes out, we'll get a poll.
Yeah.
We'll turn that into a petition.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
They'll debate it in Parliament. And then before you know it, we'll have... do you know what? I even think... Just give us the celeb one.
Just give us one. Give us one. Like, and especially now as well, the way that it could be filmed is so different now. So a lot of it could be remote filming. Like, it's not like we need to build the same type house that we had before, because it could all be done on hotheads now. I mean, as much as I would love to build another Big Brother house, but there's so many ways around it. And I even think as well, as much as for them moments that you get, like, your iconic moments, you could even make it more of a game. Now, I think just mix Celebrity Big Brother and the Hunger Games and we'll have a laugh.
And maybe chuck a bit of Drag Race in there as well.
Perfect.
All the quotes we love. I want to do a quick quiz with you.
Okay.
Right? See if you know. Okay, I'm not going to do the impressions because I can do some better than others, but I'm just going to leave the impressions out today.
Okay.
Well, I think you're a little bitch, actually.
Well, I think you're a little bitch, actually. Do I need to say who that is?
Yeah, go on.
I mean, well, I think you're a little bitch, actually. Who could that be? I think I'm going to start crying because I'm going to go through all these quotes and just be like, okay, well, I think you're a little bitch, actually. Could it be a certain cleaning star?
You called me a cleaner. Yes, it could be that.
Was it the Woodburn?
It was the Woodburn. Do you know what? Talking about things that have just like come back to me, which I've been quoting in my head and out loud randomly recently, is, so you're Mrs. Right, are you?
The mafia don't scare me, lovey.
And I did a meme like mixed with, Carol, Mark, and
Carol.
Jess's
I think I saw it. And his hair just walking down the supermarket.
So you're Mrs. Right, are you?
Yeah.
Just doing my shopping and everything.
Loving it.
Okay, would you like me to be the cat?
Oh my God, my willy has just gone in. George Galloway, Rula Lenska, Celebrity Big Brother. Whoa.
Yeah. How the fuck is 3 crackers and 1 stupid fig nutritionally balanced? Answer me that, Big Brother.
How the fuck is it? Was that Gemma?
No.
How the fuck is 3 crackers and 1 fig?
How the fuck is 3 crackers and 1 stupid fig nutritionally balanced?
Oh my
Answer
God.
me that, Big Brother.
I've had a block.
She was complaining about food. I can't eat this shit.
Is it Charlie Uchia?
No, but I love her.
I mean, oh my God, I can't work this one out.
It's Megan McKenna.
Oh my God, yes. Jesus. But do you know why I failed that one? Because that series, can you just imagine working on that series? My brain had so much content built up. Like even a line like that we would probably dine out on for years, just got put straight at the back because of that one series. Too much.
One of the our drag performers, Miss Lee Ding, she did a medley of Megan stuff from Big Brother, and it's brilliant. Now I love Megan, I think she's amazing. I'm really happy. Her singing's great, but what a moment. What moment she gave us from that show.
She was iconic in there. She was very iconic in there as well. But I mean, what a series to be a part of, Jesus.
You do your reunions? Have you done a reunion with that series?
I haven't done one for that series yet. It's something that we were actually thinking about doing. We did Big Brother 7, which was amazing. And the reason why we did that one is because where it was so long ago, we'd not actually got all of those people back together. And I actually think that was I think it was the last thing, God bless her, that Nikki actually did. And it was just so lovely to sort of put them all back in a virtual room. Like even to see like Grace and Mikey, they're still together. They've got
Yes.
kids, and to see Nikki and Pete back together and chatting, and Ashleen, and it was just so lovely to see them all back together. It was a proper bit of like nostalgia, especially for like a super fan. It was amazing.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, I tell you what, you did all right there on the
quoting. I did all right. I'll take that.
Well, actually, talking about Take That.
What a link.
You've been in many a boy band.
So I was in one boy band, but we took many a guys.
Right, yes.
Yes.
This was this because I think we've got mutual friends from the past, like this is the boy band in Ibiza, isn't it?
That's right.
Tours around the
Who's
thing.
Who's the friend?
Oh, I won't name him online. I'll message you just in case you're like, oh no, I can't stand them.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that. I'd lie.
I think we know someone called Chris Owens. Do you know Chris Owens?
Oh my God, yes, I do know Chris. He was in like this musical group out there.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we knew each other. So like all the performers sort of knew each other on the island. But yeah, no, I know Chris.
Over there working for Romantic. Is it Romantic?
Romantic? It was Romantic, yes. €90 a night, thank you.
Yeah. Step and click.
Bop, bop, baby, please don't let me go. There we go.
I reckon I could unearth some videos somewhere. Which,
I'm sure you could.
So, on the subject of boy bands, and actually girl bands as well, who is the ultimate boy band for you?
Oh, Jesus, that's a disgusting question. The ultimate boy band for me would probably be... Do you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. Yeah, I'm gonna say Blue.
I knew you were going to say Blue.
I'm gonna say Blue, and I'll tell you for why. Because I think Blue songs, I love. Don't get me wrong, love Wet's Life, love Take That, love Backstreet Boys, love NSYNC, all great, loving life, love The Wanted, rah rah rah. But Blue, to me, I feel like their songs are really timeless. Like you can play them on the radio now and get away with it. And plus, they're all good looking. So
they are, yeah. And I think the other thing about Blue, which I like, and we've spoken about men's fashion on this podcast quite a lot from back in the day. They've gone through all the denim, haven't they?
We've seen it all.
They've had the G stars.
Yes.
They've had the jeans and work shoes.
Yes. Look. We've had the highlights. We've had the lowlights.
We've had the ripped denim. There's a picture, and I've got it in my favourites, and I really want to use it somewhere. I just can't think what it is. And it's basically them performing at T4 on the beach. I think late, like maybe 2006, 2007, and they literally look that they've had a fight with a shredder. Amazing. So it's like this denim mess. That's all I can say.
Honestly, teenage me is getting a semi on.
There's patches, there's rips, there's a canary yellow t-shirt, there's Duncan with his "Can I speak to the manager" here.
I love that. Can I speak to the manager here? That was like Duncan, like peak hero.
We love Duncan, by the way. If you want to come on the show, Duncan, we're here for you.
Duncan, do it.
Then there was always one of them who looked like he was dressed as an estate agent.
Was it Anthony?
Anthony always looked like he was dressed like an estate agent. And the cuts of the suits on Naughty's pop acts, particularly like the men's clothing, are particularly not forgiving.
No, not in the slightest.
You've got all the girls looking dead glam, and then you've got
glam in their gypsy skirt and belt from the market. You know, they remember that round belt that was like loads of discs.
The Deirdre Garland belt.
Loved it. Loved it. If you didn't have a gypsy skirt and a round disc belt, there was no point going out, teaming it up with a vest.
That Sienna Miller boho chic. Everybody's
stun. With like a really dodgy plait that didn't work.
Exactly. Natasha Bedingfield and unnecessarily hand garments, like a bit of a net on your hand.
Or like 200 Claire's accessories metal bangles.
Yeah, or do you remember when Madonna went and started doing Kabbalah and everybody had that
everyone had that little red thing. Or the little wooden Jesus like blocks.
And rosary beads. If you were in a boy band, you had rosary beads.
If you didn't have rosary beads or dog tags, you're not coming in. And they had to be from H&M $3.99.
Exactly, like plastic.
What happened to H&M? Like, what happened to H&M men? Like, I remember 2004, 2005, Covent Garden H&M, after Pineapple, genuinely, it was basically like Prada. They had everything, like cutting edge fashion, rosary beads, leather straps for your arm and like push stud this and spike that. Now you go in there and there's nothing. There is nothing. I feel sorry for the youth of today. They just don't get it.
Do you know what I always find when I go in there? And maybe it's me getting older, but there's always like a random cartoon character that they choose to like
They
put
just
on
go with.
everything.
Yeah.
This month is Beavis and Butthead.
Good luck to you. I don't care. But I'm not slagging H&M just in case they offer me a deal.
What is your high street shop at the moment? I appreciate that you can shop at all ends of the spectrum.
No, I'm very high street. I am proper high street. I love a bit of Zara. I think Zara's like our H&M back in the day now. Again, though, it's a little bit hit and miss at the minute. Like, I don't do Zara online. I don't trust it. I don't know why. I just don't feel like it's right. I've got to physically be there to touch it. But I love me a bit of ASOS. That's me. I'm all over a bit of ASOS. Like my black skinnies that I wear them for everything. They cost me literally like a tenner, and they're from Collusion, and I love it.
Do you know what? I love ASOS. I think that's great. I love Zara, but I particularly love Zara in the lead up to Christmas because that's when they go. I mean, they can be quite out there, but then they go out there one more.
Oh no, they go to town. You know, all the stock comes over from Spain and Tel Aviv. You're like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for.
And I swear that they just every year they get that men's version of the military look that Cheryl,
and always like a camel trench.
Exactly, yeah.
Always a camel trench at Christmas. It's got to be done.
On the Hundamental Guide to Life, what we've been asking all of our guests is what tracks make them live, love, and laugh. Okay.
Okay.
Picture the scene.
Okay.
You're heading off to Ibiza.
Oh,
that's actually, we always say, like, when we go out, we go, oh, it's full of mad heads in here, like, just as a joke. And then we go, come on, Ibiza, let's have it. And that's the quote we always go, come on, Ibiza.
Am I a quote?
You're a quote. You're a quote.
Take that.
I digress. You're heading off to Ibiza to live it up with your Hun collective.
Right.
What song is the track that's going to get you, come on, Ibiza, let's have it?
Okay, so come on, let's have it up Ibiza. Let's say, I literally love when I sort of drop like I said earlier, like a Herds and Fists.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough. Something like that. But if I'm going to go like ultra Hun, it's going to have to be Spice Up Your Life. Like, because when that comes on, it's like you just hear the you just know you're going one and shake, two and you just know it's happening. You know it's happening.
Okay, so that's your live one with choreo. Which is brilliant. Second up is your love track. It can either be something that makes you put on your Yankee candles and, date night.
Okay, so like a date night would be Loreen, her album Heal, which is unreal. So we know Loreen of Euphoria fame.
Yeah.
That album is like a date night album to me.
Uh-huh.
If it's sort of date night's gone well, you stay over, then there is only one song that you want to put on.
Is it Black Lace's Agadoo?
It's not Agadoo. It's Britney Spears' Breathe on Me. That is a ooh. Like when you go over a flyover too quick.
And it makes you want to free Britney.
Yeah, free Britney. Britney's free right now. You're lucky it's only a split screen.
And she's not a girl, she's not yet a woman. Anyway, and then the final one is your laugh track. So something that makes you laugh or fun or, like novelty party dance song, whatever.
Novelty party, my laugh song has got to be, oh, boys, cheeky girls, oh, girls, cheeky boys. And it's always the bit where Gabriella and Monica, God rest them, they're not dead. I was about to say rest their souls.
Does Jerry know they're not dead?
Jerry knows they're not dead. I will tell her. Where they both go cheeky, 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 but one of them always does it on the side and goes cheeky, 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 and it's like her mouth comes round a bit too much, and I just live for that moment. It's like, oh, cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. I love it.
There's one of the cheeky girls where you look at them like, she knows what I'm talking about.
She knows. She knows. Definitely. That's a bit of me, that. Or Cilla's surprise always gets me going.
What a fabulous gaggle of tracks there. We will add them to the Hunsnet playlist and, forever, ever be in debt for you for those contributions. Part of Fun Culture, Hunsnet and everything like that is all about nostalgia. When we were sort of like looking at everybody's podcast to copy, we was thinking, everybody has these problem pages where people send in their problems, and then the host and the guest sort of sort them out. And I was like, well, we can't copy that because we blatantly will get done for it. So what we thought we'd do is go back to old problem pages from problematic magazines of the past.
Lovely.
I'm talking your Moores, your Mrs., your Just 17s, your Sugars.
Stop. I love it. Free lip balm.
Exactly, yeah.
Do I get free hair mascara? In blue.
In blue, full Lisa Scott Lee show.
Full LSL.
Did these magazines ever come across your vision?
I was Cosmo Girl 66 former, and I weren't even in sixth form. I was only in year 10, and I was Cosmo Girl 66 former.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's when, I've made it from a very young age, I love you.
Exactly. Well, the question I want to ask, though, is where are today's youth getting position of the fortnight from?
I have no idea, but unless you had like Smash Hits magazine with like your cut out and keep lyrics and Live and Kick In magazine where you could get your H from Steps blue glasses free in 2 weeks' time, then I don't understand how this youth live. Because for me, things like that, like I was only really allowed to get them type of magazines. But then when I'd go around my mates, it was always your Cosmo Girl. I actually think my mate from school, Grace, ended up in S Club 7 magazine doing a hair braiding tutorial, which was quite exciting. She was quite the celeb at the time. Oh, no, it was Rag Roll. It was a Rag Roll. So that was a moment. But yeah, I mean, all of those magazines were like amazing.
This is something that we have plucked from More magazine from
Brilliant.
Back in the day. Okay, so we want to try and sort this out for them. So here we go. I talk to my boy mate Harry on the phone a lot, and he talks to my friend. We flirt loads, but my friend says he flirts with her too. Harry says it's not true. Who's lying to me? Unsure. Hampshire.
Oh, Hampshire. Okay, well, Harry clearly is a little bit of a slag. If he's chatting away to you and he's being a bit flirty, and he's chatting away to your mate and being a bit flirty, ultimately he's just sowing his seeds and he's trying to see where he can get a bit. That's all it comes down to. Now, it all depends on how close you are to your friend, Hampshire, because if you're that close to your friend and you're into that, then both go for Harry and have a nice night. If you're not, then either lose the mate and say that she's got chlamydia to Harry, and then you're sorted, or tell Harry, jog on, mate, and go out with your mate and go and find a nicer boy.
Just get your Britney Spears Breathe on Me on your CD Walkman ready to go ahead.
On your non-skip CD player that always skipped.
How do people go running with those?
It said jog proof on it. He said jog proof. You literally moved and it was like, I just never got it.
I think that's some pretty sound advice. There's lots of option there for unsure Hampshire. Yeah. The Huns have said the following. Somebody said, your friend doesn't sound like a little bit of a slag. She sounds like a total slag. So somebody's actually said that. That's Ewan. Aaron Story says, they sound like a proper pair of snakes to me. Get rid. Kingsley by name says, get a couple of seconds down your throat, and... Oh, I think that's colloquial language for smack him in the face, but I'm not going to say that. Somebody's put Harry Filthy Toe Rag. That's Ree Shaw. And ItBam71 says, you're lying to yourself, Hannah.
You know what I think? I don't think there is a Harry, and I don't think there's a friend. I just think Hampshire wanted to be in more.
She's a fantasist.
Making it up as she goes along.
She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
She's a journalist. Right, so let me tell you about this. So that is my thing. That is probably what I quote the most. And one night when I was hosting the One Show, I came out with, she's a journalist, I got the entire team to track down Nicola, the journalist. We found her, but we weren't allowed to put it on the show because this is how I spend my spare time. I'm like, whatever happened to Nicola from Blind Date? And we found her and everything. That is who you need on the Hundamental Guide to Life. Nicola, the journalist.
Cosmopolitan.
She's not a blind dater at all.
And she's got it in her pocket. And the way she cockily pulls it out. And then she's like so smug. I love anything that is smug. Smugness to me is like the best thing.
I don't know why that isn't taught in schools.
Yeah.
That moment should be taught in schools. Like, this is how you find out a snake. This is who you want to be when you grow up.
And this is how you reveal.
Yeah.
Reveal.
Just that coy opening. And She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's just the best moment. I actually think. Actually, that's my most iconic. I'm going to change everything I've said today. That is my most iconic line.
Finally, we spoke earlier about you spending the holidays with pop royalty, the one and only high priestess of Hun and girl power Jerry. But every week on the Hundamental Guide to Life, we get to induct one Hun into the Royal Hun Hall of Fame to be this week's Royal Hunness. And I know you know all the Huns, so this is going to maybe cause some problems in your group chats. So we want you to someone who ticks all your boxes and somebody who is going to be up there with the other Huns from the series as this week's Royal Hunness.
I know who it is.
Go on.
It's Nicola the journalist. It's Nicola. Nicola is my Royal Hunness for just having the barefaced gall to take on Miss Cilla of Black on blind date and think she could get away with it. That is Hun behaviour, because even though she got found out, she still had that little grimace, didn't she? She had that wry smile like...
And I'll be back in season 3.
Yeah, Nicola is my Royal Hunness.
Nicola, the journalist from Cosmopolitan magazine, you are this week's Royal Hun on the Hundamental Guide to Life. Nicola, if you're there, I'd love to have you on a guest in a future series.
Please let me come on if you find her.
Yeah. That's the right union you want. You want the ghost of Cilla with Nicola and the guy she went on the date with. That is the reunion.
I was actually in Marbella, God rest her soul, when Cilla passed away, and I put flowers at her villa. And do you know what her villa was? My life at Cilla's villa, right? Because I thought, no, it's what you do. I'm here. You know, I'm here. I'm in Marbella. Cilla's died. God rest her soul. I'll go and put some flowers at Cilla's villa. What do you think her villa's called?
Here's our Graham with a quick recap.
It wasn't, unfortunately. Casa Roll.
Oh
Casa Roll. Her villa was called Casserole. Cilla's villa was called Casserole.
R-O-L-E or R-O-L-L?
Double L. Double L. Casserole.
Where do we go from there?
Do you know what? That just made my decision to go and put flowers at Cilla's villa.
That was a sign.
The right way.
Did you see Nicola there whilst you were there? Was she there, baby?
Nicola was actually in the pool at the time, so I just said, just going to put them there.
Lolloping about with Graham. It's what you would have wanted. Rylan, that is it for this week's Hundamental Guide to Life. This last 50 minutes has been like a whirlwind. I feel like I've really been in the ring with like every Hun that has ever graced the earth. I think we've ticked all the boxes there. Thank you so much for coming on.
Gareth, thank you so much for having me, honestly. And may I just say, on behalf of all the Huns that work in the telly industry, we adore what you do so much.
Thank you so much.
Literally, whenever I feel a bit shit, which is quite often at the moment, looking on a little bit of you just always cheers us up. So you keep doing what you're doing, and I can't wait to see you at the next Hun brunch.
Well, I'll probably see you down GAY or something backstage.
Probably. I mean, lately, I mean, now I'm just like living my best life. I'm always rolling around somewhere.
Well, I tell you what, you get down the bar, we'll have a couple of vodka energies and go wild in the aisles to Saturday's Mega Mix. What?
Bring Nicola with you.
Nicola's coming. Nicola, we're going out Friday.
I just want to traipse around going, she's a journalist.
She's the journalist.
It's the journalist.
It's just Nicola.
Gareth, you're amazing.
And have a good rest of January, and we'll see you very, very soon once again on Hunsnet, on the TV, everywhere. Rylan, you've been a ledge. Thanks,
We love you. Mwah.
Bye, Gorge. That's it from the Hundamental Guide to Life. This episode, don't forget you can get your fix of our Gorgina picks and more tracks to pop your pussy to with some prosexy. So follow the Hunsnet profile on Spotify, where we'll dump all of the songs. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow this podcast. Oh yeah, and rate and review 5 stars. Thank you.
Insanity Group.
If you love Hunsnet and you love brunch and you've not checked out Hunsnet's Hun Brunch, then you're missing out, honey. Join us at least once a month in London and up and down the country for drag dallins, gorgy cocky teas, competitions, prizes, exclusive merch giveaways, and wall-to-wall Huns. So whether it's a birthday celebration, hen party, girly catch-up, or actually for any reason whatsoever, get on the Nokia 3310 to the Girly Whirlies and get yourselves to Hun Brunch immediately, if not sooner. Tickets exclusively available on Dice.